So Brazilian Jiu Jitsu is a ground fighting art, which means that most of the work we do is on the floor, on the mats, but all fights start standing, whether you're competing in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, whether you're fighting in mixed martial arts, or whether we're in a self-defense situation. Now, we're not going to look at takedowns right now. This is a little bit tricky to do without a demo partner, but it's also something that takes a greater degree of skill, right? But especially when you're starting off, you need to know how to fall properly, because there's an easy way to hurt yourself. If you're walking down the street and you slip on a wet leaf, or you just trip over a bit of loose pavement and you fall, you can hurt yourself quite badly. Now imagine if someone is throwing you down to the ground with added force, that can be worse. Now imagine they throw you down and they land on top of you, that's going to be even worse. And especially if you don't know how to fall, if you don't know how to land safely, we can get some pretty bad injuries. So what happens a lot of time when people fall over is they reach out to the ground to soften the impact, right? They want to protect their face, they want to protect all the important stuff here. Now if I fall down to the ground here, right, and use my hands, because I'm not falling from very high, it's not going to feel too bad, right? I can use my arms to kind of soften the impact. But especially if I'm falling backwards and I start putting a hand out to catch myself here, right? Even from here, I can feel the impact from my elbow and my shoulder. You can see the wobble in my arm. Right? Now if I fall from a standing position here, right, that's going to hurt a lot. There's going to be a lot of force going through. And if someone's landing on top of me there, you know, you can get dislocations in the elbow or shoulder, like broken bones, broken wrist. It can happen very, very easily. So what we're going to look at is a break fall. This is a way of absorbing the impact without focusing it all into my arm and my shoulder here. Right? The other thing we need to do is protect the head. Right? So that's pretty important. You hit it on the ground, even on a soft mat, that can get pretty unpleasant pretty quickly. So we're going to start from sitting down on the ground here. Right? And as we fall over backwards here, you can see there's potential for me to bump my head off the ground. The main thing I want to do is make sure that I'm spreading out the impact. So I'm sitting, and as I fall over, I'm going to slap the ground, palms down, taking care not to leave my elbow here, because that's going to hurt a lot. What I'm looking to do is spread the impact so my arms and my back land at the same time. You'll notice that my head is slightly tucked so that my head doesn't bounce off the ground here. So as I fall, my head's up and my back and my arms land simultaneously. Hopefully you can see this here, but from this position here it's going to be everything landing at the same time, and you should be able to hear the vibration going through the room. Right? Pretty straightforward. If you mess that up, that's not too bad. But next up, we're going to go from a little higher here. So from a squatting position, I'm going to fall back. There's a little bit more momentum here, so I'm going to have to slap the ground a little bit harder. But again, I need to time it so that my back and my arms land at the same time. Now again, if I land with my elbows first, or if I slap my hands palm facing up, that's going to hurt, especially on a harder ground. So remember, palms down, spreading the impact through your arms and your back at the same time. One more time here, here. Right? So again, not that far off the ground, but already you can hear the impact is higher, the impact is stronger, it's a little bit louder. Right? So now imagine if I'm going from standing. If I fall back now, well, I'm going to hit the wall. If I fall backwards here, that's a long way down, right? And I don't want to be doing this. So what's going to happen here is we're going to look at a different way of absorbing the impact here, right? So if I stand here, and I start to fall, that's a long way down, it's going to be a big impact. So I'm going to use my legs, right? So the easiest way to do this is from standing, I start to fall, and as I start to lose my balance, I bend my legs, and I do an identical break fall to the one we just did. Right? So I'm using my legs to absorb the impact here. It's essentially just a break fall from the squat, but we're doing it from standing. So I could just stand here, bend my legs, break it down, or if I start falling backwards here, I bend my legs at the last moment to absorb the impact here. And you can do this off both legs, or as you fall back here, I can do it off just one.